Good day everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Soleil's Life. Today I'll be showing you the pattern pieces that I'll be working with. First we have the left side and the right side of the outer front. Then we have the left side and the right side of the middle front. Also we have the left side and the right side of the back. So now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do next. So I'm going to go ahead, open the sides of the front. And I'm going to go ahead and open the middle section of the front. So this is how it should be. So now what I'm going to do is take one outer and the middle of the front. I'm going to line it up. Just take your time, no rush, be very careful. The neater you line it up, the neater it looks. So I'm going to go ahead, take a pin, and I'm just going to go ahead and pin the seam allowance. It doesn't matter what seam allowance you choose after you finish joining the tops together. If you serge it as close to where you stitched the tops on your stitch line, serge it as close to that as possible. If you're not going to serge it, just cut it within 1/4 inch of where you have your stitch line. So this is what you're going to do, and you're going to go ahead, stitch all the way up. That's one side. I'm also going to do this side the same exact way. You get as close as possible, line it up. And there you go. So you have both pieces. You're going to stitch whatever your seam allowance is. You stitch it all the way up, and this will be your front section. So you're going to do that with both front pieces, and also the back piece. You're going to join the back section. You're going to join it to the sides. Okay, so you're going to line it up and join it. But I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to stitch the front, and I'll show you, and the back, and I'll show you what it looks like. Also, each of the pieces that I showed you to the front, I cut the exact same pieces to line this. So what I did, I put light interfacing. I ironed on light interfacing on each piece separately. That's going to give it a little body. And I'm going to go ahead and line it with the exact same material that I'm using with the top. So with the liner section, you're going to do the exact same thing that you did here. You're going to join the two front pieces together, and you're just going to go ahead and stitch down. So I'm going to stitch all the pieces like I showed together, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like and how I'm going to be moving forward. Here we have the both pieces sewn together. This section here is the one that has the interfacing, the lightweight interfacing, and that's the outer layer of the top. These are both sides. The only difference is they're exactly the same. I just did not stitch the middle down. So I just have to stitch the middle down. I left it open so you could see what it looks like. So I just have to join here. This is the inner layer, totally all joined. The back, the outsides, and the inside all joined together. So the next step is that I'm going to join the center of this. So after I'm done joining the center, I'm just going to lay the inner layer and the outer layer right sides facing each other, lined it up, and then I'm just gonna pin all the way over. So I'm going to do this all the way to the end. I'm just going to pin everything down all the way to the end. So this is what it's going to look like. So this other section, after you join the middle, would be placed here. So now I'm going to go ahead, stitch the whole thing all the way over, and then I'll be back to show you what we're going to do next and what it looks like. Here I have the front and the liner piece joined together. I joined it from the back section all the way to the waist. I joined it up. I came all the way around to the other side and came down. On the both end pieces, what I did was I made a strap of 1.5 inches, folded in and folded in again, then flat stitch it down. When I did that, this is what I came up with. So I put 1, 2, 3 of them in there and place the inner liner on top, and I just stitch it straight down. Now this is just one option. If you want, you could also do buttonholes, fasteners, hook and eyes, or zipper. It's whatever option you choose to make your closure. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to serge all the way around, make some notches on the corners, and then I'm going to flip it over. So when I flip it over, this is what it's going to look like. So this is what it's going to look like after I serged and flip. It's going to lay flatter once I put the notches on the corners. It's going to lay flat. So this is what's going to be done. So this is what it looks like after you've stitched the pieces and also after you attach the liners together. So this is where we're at. So now I'm going to work on the bottom half of the top. So I'll be back to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so now that we have finished sewing the top, this is what it looks like. This is the front and this is the back. So now what we're going to do is open it all the way out. And then I cut a skirt piece that joins to the waist of the top. So you cut it in a circle pattern, but you measure the waist, whatever your waist would be, and then you just cut the pattern out in a circular pattern. So I am now gonna open this up. I'm gonna take the top pattern, line it to the middle. I'm also gonna line it up to the sides. And the back of the skirt is going to remain open. And it's not really a skirt, it's just a frill for under the top. And that would be the end of the top. And this would be the other end of the top. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to fold in like this, flat stitch down. I'm just going to take the bottom of the top and just spin it down. So now I'm just going to sew all the way around to the other side, and I'm serge it, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. And when you join in the top, remember, right side facing each other. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, here we have the skirt, the flare piece sewn on, and here we have the back with the loops, the straps, and this is what the finished top looks like.